So we are doing exercise 1-15, and in this problem you can see that there's a list of assets and liabilities, and also it has some accounts which are part of the earnings process. Okay, so it says here on October 1st, Ebony Ernest organized Ernst Consulting. On October 3rd, the owner contributed $84,000 in assets to launch the business. On October 31st, the company's records show the following items and amounts. Use this information to prepare an October income statement for the business. So you can see the first account is cash. Cash is an asset. Accounts receivable, so something that you will get in the future, is again an asset. Office supplies. Supplies is an asset. Supplies include like pen, ink, paper, stuff like that. Land is an asset, right? We can use land to produce things. Office equipment is an asset. So all these accounts are an asset because we can use them if we organize them properly. We can use them to produce things, right? We cash. We can pay salary for employees so that they work, and the idea is we're using cash to produce something. Accounts receivable is, again, it's going to convert into cash in a shorter time, so short term, right there. So that's also an asset, because all these, as the reason these are called assets, because assets should help in some ways, directly or indirectly, the earnings process, right? That are somehow the company can earn in the future. And then right away you see accounts payable after office equipment in this question. Payable is something that you have to pay, okay, in the future. Now that is a loan, right? By nature, it's a liabilities. And common stock is an account for equity, and cash dividends is something to do with paying back to the owners, paying back profit to the owners, and that is a part of the owner's equity account, right? So I'm going to list them again. Assets is equal to liability plus equity. So just to list these accounts, of course, cash is going to help in us in production. Accounts receivable is also going to help us in production when when they convert into cash, right? Then office supplies, again, we need pen, paper to do production. Land is another good asset. Office equipment is, we need office equipment, furniture, computers to do production, to be able to sell stuff, to do the earnings process, and so we can make money in the future. So all these are assets, right? And on the liability is something that we have to pay, which is, so I'm going to put a line here, and then under liabilities I'm going to write here accounts payable. Accounts payable. And under equity, the one of the most famous equity account is called common stock. Remember, this is what's included in that common stock is the money that the owners put into the company. Okay, that represents. So remember, but don't forget the fundamental idea just explained to you, that all these assets have been organized in this company either through loan or through the investment from the owners, right? So now comes these accounts, the next series of accounts, which is consulting fees earned, and rent expense, and salaries expense, and telephone expense, and miscellaneous expense. That's going to be part of the earnings process. Earnings process. So I'm gonna now explain that in the next small video. Thank you.